Welcome everybody to JonesTV, and welcome to the Clash of Champions Kickoff show, where we will decide who will reach to the semifinals at Owen Hart Classic, and the Intercontinental Championship will be on the line when The Miz takes on Tye Dillinger. But for now, let's go into this quarterfinal matchup in Owen Hart Classic, as Sami Zayn making his way down to the ring, and there's a capacity crowd here in St. Louis, Missouri. He's getting a standing ovation here, being one of the favorites in the WWE. Sami is always ready and prepared. He's always hyped up for a matchup here. He's gonna have to have his intensity level raised up, considering who his opponent is, as Sami comes into the ring. This should be a big night tonight, considering that all the titles here the WWE will be on the line after the merging of all the brands that are now under one umbrella of Triple H. As Sami Zayn's opponent is making his way down to the ring, he is known as the Glorious One, Bobby Roode, one of the favorites in Owen Hart Classic, as he makes his grand entrance here in the Clash of Champions Kickoff show. Like I was saying before, folks, it's going to be an historic night here in the WWE. All the belts from both brands in the past, Raw and SmackDown, will be on the line, as Charlotte will defend her belt against Becky Lynch to unify the women's title. New Day will take on the Revival to unify the tag team titles. And for the main event, it will be Braun Strowman versus Samoa Joe to see who'll be the undisputed world champion here in the WWE. As Roode finally starts making his way down to the ring, the winner of this matchup will take on the winner of Finn Balor versus Randy Orton in the semifinals of the Owen Hart Classic. And remember, folks, the winner of this tournament will be the #1 contender for the undisputed world championship at our next pay-per-view Backlash. As Bobby Roode is soaking in all the boos here tonight in St. Louis, you can clearly see who they want to win this matchup, and that would be Sami Zayn. But Zayn's gonna have to defeat this fierce competitor in Bobby Roode as he slowly makes his way into the ring with his grand entrance here at the Clash of Champions. As Sami Zayn looking on from the outside, hoping to get a quick victory here. Both men probably going for a quick victory here, because the longer the matches go, the more disadvantage they'll have in the later on rounds of the Owen Hart Classic. As I said, as Bobby Roode's in the ring, sucking it all in, sucking in all the boos, but it doesn't matter to him at all, because he is the Glorious One, and he is ready to take on Sami Zayn in his quarterfinal matchup of the Owen Hart Classic. As both men looking on at each other, and the match finally begins here at the Clash of Champions Kickoff show. As Sami Zayn a quick takedown, one count. Sami went for a quick cover there, and Bobby Roode kicked out a count of 1. Like I said, it'd be a smart thing for both men to try to end this match very quickly. A snapmare takedown by Zayn. The drop kick to the back, right into that neck area of Bobby Roode. Zayn taking him down with a flatliner. Bobby Roode, since his match stuff started, has not had any kind of offense yet. Whip to the side, drop kick by Zayn to the face of the Glorious One. Bobby Roode with a jaw breaker, reverse. Did a net breaker for good measure. Now Bobby Roode's working on the shoulder of Sami Zayn. Sami reverses, taking down Roode. One of these two men will take on either Finn Balor or Randy Orton in the next round of this tournament. And both men are just trading suplexes with each other in this opening matchup here in the Clash of Champions. Zayn with a quick takedown. Now he's trying to stomp out Bobby. And now he's just walking around the ring for a moment. About ready to kick to the face. Zayn with the whip. Shot to the face by Zayn. They're both to the outside. Back suplex onto the apron. Right to the back of Roode. But Roode's right back up with a knee lift. Taking down Sami. Roode comes back in the ring. We're at a count of 2. Roode in the ring celebrating. Sami's back in. Irish whip. Backbreaker by Bobby Roode. Elbow drop for good measure. And it seems like Roode is in complete control of this matchup. Going to the second rope. Knee drop right into the face of Sami Zayn. It's been a good, evenly matchup so far. As Zayn trying to go for a rolling senton, but Roode gets out of it. Roode's not working the knee of Zayn. Eyes up to the ropes. Zayn on the outside. Roode taunting Zayn. He's not even touching the man, trying to tell him to come back in. But Zayn is still slightly stunned on the ropes here. Zayn comes back in. Roode picks him up. Zayn reverses, reverse DDT. Drop kick to the back. Elbow drop. Right on the Roode. Another elbow drop. I'm sure both men want to win this tournament. Not only because they'll be number one contender for the title, because both men are for Canada, where Owen Hart is considered a legend, as Sami Zayn hit him with a DDT, a quick cover. One count, kick out by Bobby Roode. Shot to the back by Zayn. But it had no effect on Roode. Roode takes him down. Roode trying to set up Zayn for something. But attack the arm here. Stomping right on the Zayn's hand. The Glorious One is back in control of this matchup. Try to take him to the other side of the ring, snap their takedown. Now working on his shoulder of Sami Zayn. It's Bobby Roode. Dragging Zayn to the side of the ring. Going for a quick cover. Put a feet on the ropes. No! One. Kick out by Zayn. Bobby Roode tried to cheat. And Zayn still kicked out a count of 1. But Bobby Roode drops Zayn's neck right into those ropes. Now stomping on the arm shoulder area of Sami Zayn. Bobby Roode trying to go for a shot. Zayn reverses. Roode with a quick snapmare once again. And back and working on that shoulder on the Zayn. Roode loves working at a methodical pace. But it'll be smart for him to try to end this match early. Because they got 2 more rounds to go, and a spine buster by Roode. Roode hits Sami with his spine buster. Now trying to drag Sami Zayn on his feet. Going for a suplex and he got him. Roode's trying to wait for Sami Zayn to get up. Sami's up. Hit to the gut. Roode got him up and down for the glorious DDT. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Bobby Roode advances to the semifinals of the Owen Hart Classic. Here at Clash of Champions. And we see hitting Zayn with the glorious DDT and have him down for the 1, the 2, the 3. And Bobby Roode advances to take on either Finn Balor or Randy Orton in the next round of the Owen Hart Classic. Bobby Roode is 2 matches away from potentially becoming the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. Our next matchup is another quarterfinal match of the Owen Hart Classic. Coming to the ring right now is the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. As he walks down to the aisle with a roaring applause here in St. Louis. The Viper himself wants to become a WWE champion, but first let's go through this tournament. But before even going through the tournament, he's gonna go through Finn Balor. As he already proved, he is a deadly competitor here in WWE, defeating AJ Styles to make it to Clash of Champions. Randy Orton wants to defeat Finn Balor in this matchup, go take on Bobby Roode, then go to the finals and win this Owen Hart Classic to take on either Braun Strowman or Samoa Joe to get that World Championship here in the WWE. As Randy Orton waits in the ring for the Demon King to come out as the lights get dark here in St. Louis. As the crowd's electric here tonight. That Clash of Champions for this man right here. As Finn Balor makes his way to the ring after defeating the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, to make it the Clash of Champions. He would love to end this night being the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. Finn seems like he'd be the biggest crowd favorite so far we had here tonight. As he's addressing the Balor Club itself. He has to remain focused and ready for the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton, who's in the ring right now. Waiting for Finn to make his way down the aisle. Finn seems like one of the favorites also in this tournament, considering he defeated a champion here in the WWE in The Miz, who's defending that title against Tye Dillinger later on in this kickoff show. As Randy's walking himself around the ring, Finn Balor's already telling him to come on, as these two men will square off very shortly here at Clash of Champions. We appreciate everybody watching JonesTV tonight. As Finn jumps into the ring, Randy's on the outside looking, anxious to get into the ring with him to show them who's better. Will it be the Demon King? Will it be the Viper? We'll be advancing in this tournament to face the glorious one, Bobby Roode, in the semifinals of the Owen Hart Classic. And here we go. Randy with a quick uppercut, shots to the face. And he takes down Finn Balor right to the mat. Balor reverse counter on the Randy. Snap there. Taking down the Viper. Drop kick to the back of the head by Finn Balor. Balor's trying to pick up Randy Orton. Try to set up for a DDT or reverses, shot to the gut. Orton takes him down with that backbreaker. Shot to the face. Quick DDT by Randy Orton. As the Apex Predator looks to be on the prowl here. Another DDT on the Finn Balor. And Randy's telling him to get up. Like Randy's gonna pick it up himself. Go for another DDT. Third in a row here. Going straight for the head of Finn Balor. Try to take him down. Balor reverses DDT of his own. Balor reversal DDT. And a shot to the back. Another shot. Balor to the outside. Springboard backs in with a frog splash. Runs to Randy Orton's back. He keeps doing those shots to the back with his kicks. And it seems like Finn Balor is in complete control here. Stomping out the arm of Randy Orton. Balor the eyes hook to the corner. Randy with a shot to the face. Randy with another DDT. That's the fourth DDT that Randy hit early in this matchup here. DDT number 5. He's going straight for that head of Finn Balor. Make it very easy for him to hit the RKO and possibly get the 3 count here. And Finn Balor's going for a quick cover. Not even a 1 count. And Randy kicks out of it very quickly. Now Finn was trying to set up Randy Orton for type of remover. But Randy Orton reverses. Randy trying to go for a belly to belly. Finn reverses. Finn with a quick cone breaker. Rollins on Orton. Finn on the metal rope. Try to go for an elbow drop but missed. Randy's still down though. Set him up for a dragon sleeper. Trying to make Randy tap out. Randy's trying to hang on. And Randy reverses out of it. Finn dragging Randy Orton. No snapmare takedown. Working on the arm of Orton. Orton's trying to figure out a way to get out of this hold. But it seems like Finn got a tight grip right now in this quarterfinal matchup in the Owen Hart Classic. Shot to the gut by Orton. Orton picks up Finn. Snake eyes right into the turnbuckle. Randy Orton knee right into that face. We're going to the face head area the entire time of this matchup. Going for a cover. 1. Kick out at 1 by Balor. Balor with a quick kick out. And another stomp to the head by Orton. Orton just going for complete headshots in his entire matchup so far. I'm sure that Bobby Roode's in the back looking on this matchup. Because whoever wins this match, that's an outside of 2 go, will be his next opponent at Clash of Champions. You see, he reached the finals of this tournament. As both men are down the outside. Finn Balor with a shot. Going Randy to the barricade. Finn with headshots of his own on the outside. We're at a count of 3 here. 4 as Randy goes in the steps. We're at a count of 5. If both men ain't back in on the count of 10, Bobby Roode and automatically go to the finals. We're at a count of 6. Randy's on the offensive now. 7. Snake eyes right to the apron. As the fans cheering up for RKO, they come in at a count of 8. Randy picking up Balor. Balor reverses. Neck breaker by the leader of the Balor Club. Going for a quick cover. 1 count. Kick out by Orton. As the fans are coming alive here in St. Louis. Finn on the outside. Rolling senton on Orton. As the fans cheering for RKO, control right now, Orton. Balor's going for those boots. The shotgun kick to the corner. And Orton is out as the fans cheering for Finn. Balor's up top. Balor's looking for the coup de grace. He got it right in his chest. Coup de grace for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Finn Balor advances. Finn Balor will be facing Bobby Roode in the semifinals of the Owen Hart Classic. He's looking again at that coup de grace. Taking out Randy Orton for the 1, the 2, the 3. And the leader of the Balor Club, the Demon King, advances on at Clash of Champions. Finn can't celebrate too long here. He wants to become the number 1 contender. He has 2 more matches to go. Starting off with Bobby Roode, who defeated Sami Zayn earlier in the evening. And that should be an incredible matchup coming up here at the Clash of Champions. Another matchup in the quarterfinals at the Kickoff show, the Clash of Champions. Here comes Kevin Owens as the prize fighter makes his way to the ring. He looks to be wearing an old Owen Hart shirt when he was back with the Nation of Domination. Enough is enough. As Kevin Owens slowly make his way into the arena on the road of blues. After the way he defeated Mark Henry to make it here, because Jinder Mahal interfered. But Mark Henry will be defending his U.S. Championship against the modern day Maharaja. But it's not about what's happening on the night. It's about right now. And as you can see on the shirt, he said enough is enough. And this KO for a change as Kevin Owens walks his way around the ring, waiting for his opponent to come out. He does look ready for this matchup, and he has to be against the architect himself, Seth Rollins. As the fans are coming alive here again in St. Louis. For the former member of the Shield, the man right here, Seth freaking Rollins. His shirt says he wants to burn it down. I guarantee he wants to burn it down for a championship matchup at Backlash. But first, he has to defeat KO here at the Kickoff show, the Clash of Champions. As the fans here give him a standing ovation as being WWE's top stars. Rollins had to defeat Cassius Ohno to get here. But it looked to be that Cassius Ohno had an upper hand after hitting him with that knockout blow. But somehow Seth got around that. It came with a W. But he'll need at least 3 more tonight if he wants that shot at Backlash for that World Championship. The winner of this matchup will face the winner of the Roman Reigns versus Chris Jericho match. That should be a good one too. All these matches for the Owen Hart Classic have been very solid to great so far. And I hope that that trend continue. As most of these competitors here are top stars here in WWE. As only the best are vying for that championship match at Backlash. I can see KO and the Architect getting ready. And here we go. Seth Rollins with a quick suplex on the Kevin Owens. Going for a quicker cover. 1. Only a 1 count before KO kicked out. Seth Rollins is trying to end this very quickly. We're trying to advance to the next round. He got Kevin Owens at a headlock. Kevin Owens with the eyes whip. Go under Rollins. Drop kick by Seth Rollins on the KO. As you can see, Kevin Owens is a huge Owen Hart fan. Right to the eyes by Rollins. KO would love to win this Tournament with a splash on the Rollins. In the memory of one of his heroes in wrestling. As KO with the stomps in the face, in the stomach of Seth Rollins, a knee to the back also. Continuously stomping out the man. Owens trying to pick up Rollins. Trying to drag Rollins to the other side of the ring. Rollins was shot to the gut. Trying to get out of that hold. Another shot. Staggering Owens. Owens with a whip. Shot to the gut by Owens. Another shot to the chest. And another shot. And Rollins trying to get his breather blown to the outside. He comes right back in. Rollins with a Russian leg sweep takedown on the Kevin Owens. Owens with a back body drop. Trying to stomp out Rollins some more. Rollins on the outside taking another breather. Comes right back in. Rollins trying to go for a fisherman suplex. Turns it into a cradle for letting go of Owens. He probably should went for the cover there. Rollins runs the ropes. Enziguri into the back of the neck of Owens. Springboard moonsault into Owens' back. As Rollins in control in this matchup. With a shot to the back. With those kicks. Rollins trying to pick Owens. Another shot to the face. By the Architect. As Kevin Owens back up. Kevin Owens got him up for something. He drops him on the ropes. Rollins to his neck, going for a quick cover. One. Kick out by Rollins on the count of one. Rollins kicked out at one. And Owens stayed on the attack with a chokehold here. Trying to choke out Seth Rollins. As the crowd's giving Owens a sea of boos here in St. Louis. Owens with a whip. Trying to bring Rollins back in. DDT. And Rollins slowly rolls back into the ring after that DDT. And Rollins rolls out and comes back in. It seems like his strategy is to make sure that KO doesn't get an upper hand on him. And Kevin Owens with shots to the face. Instead of trying to do a belly to belly. Owens throws Rollins to the corner. Rollins says no way. Rollins going for a one-legged Boston crab. He got it synced in. He's always going to try to tap out. No. Owens quickly reverses with a boot to the face to get out of the hold. Owens with a shot. Owens throws him to the turnbuckles. Kick to the gut. And a cannonball. Going to Rollins. And the fans do not like Kevin Owens one bit. As he keep doing those shots right into Seth Rollins' head. Kevin Owens got him up. Takes him down right into his stomach with the knee. Kevin Owens trying to set up Seth Rollins for something. He trying to go for that pop-up powerbomb. Seth reverses with a spinning heel kick reversal. And now Seth Rollins is waiting for Kevin Owens to get up. What is Rollins gonna do? Rollins trying to set him up for that knee. Owens reversed it. Owens with a shot in the back. Picks up Rollins, drops him on his head. Rollins to his knee on his head. As Owens playing to the crowd, and the crowd's having none of it. As Owens seems to be working on the knee of Rollins. Owens trying to pick up Seth. What he's trying to do here? Dragging him to the ropes. Down draped on the second rope now. Pushing that knee. Rollins having his throw on the second rope. Kevin Owens set it up for something else. Kevin Owens got him hooked in. Drops him around his head. Owens dropped him right on his head. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Kevin Owens advances to the semifinals. Owens drops Seth Rollins right on his head. Going for a quick cover for the 1, the 2, the 3. And KO advances in the Owen Hart Classic, where he'll take on either Chris Jericho or Roman Reigns. Whoever KO has to fight, it will be an intense matchup. Our last quarterfinal matchup of the evening will involve the leader of the Roman Empire, Roman Reigns. That man has been on a mean streak lately here in WWE, taking out Dolph Ziggler in quick fashion in the first round of this tournament to make it to the Clash of Champions. He says he's going to rule the Empire with an iron fist. He says he's going to dominate the WWE. That he will be the undisputed, the undeniable world champion. But to do that, he'll have to advance. And to advance, he has to defeat Chris Jericho. As Roman slowly makes his way into the ring, having a sea of boos here tonight in St. Louis. As the self-proclaimed big dog of the WWE. Chris Jericho got to be very aware of this man. He is very intense. He is very strong. He is very powerful with the spear that knocked out countless opponents here in the past of WWE. But Roman Reigns also got to be aware of how capable the man about to come out is in the ring. As the countdown begins for the Ayatollah of Rock and Roller. Chris Jericho is making his way to the ring. He looks to be wearing an old school Hart Foundation jacket, being one of the former students of the Hart Dungeon. You know that Chris Jericho loved to win this tournament, not only because of that title shot opportunity, but because Owen Hart was a friend of his back in the day. And he loved to win this in his memory. And Chris Jericho struts his way on the apron, as he always does. Wearing his throwback garbs here at Clash of Champions. As the Ayatollah of Rock and Roller looks very ready in this matchup. And he's going to have to be against the big dog, Roman Reigns. And here we go, and Roman with a quick clothesline in the corner. Hitting Jericho with a vicious clothesline. And now having that boots right on to Jericho also. Roman Reigns is trying to end this very quickly. Jericho seems already hurt with his arm. Referee's trying to check on him. Referee's done checking on him. Roman's trying to quick up Jericho. Jericho going for a quick roll up. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Chris Jericho advances. Chris Jericho advances. He'll be facing Kevin Owens in the semifinals with the quickest roll-up I've ever seen Rolling up the big dog for the 1, the 2, the 3. And Chris Jericho outside celebrating. Roman Reigns can't believe it. Roman's on the outside. Going for Jericho. Shot to the face. Reigns is not having it at all. Jericho won this match very square in the clothesline by Roman Reigns. I told you Roman Reigns had a mean streak now. Roman Reigns is not playing it at all. Considering he lost the way he lost. Spear by Roman. Spear around to Chris Jericho. As Roman Reigns has just lost it. Chris Jericho trying to get up again. But Roman with another spear. Roman Reigns is possessed right now. Jericho keeps trying to raise up. And Roman with a third spear taking out Jericho. And Jericho is out right now. How's he going to be able to compete later on against Kevin Owens? He's still got a semi-final match to compete here. As Roman's walking out the arena here. Jericho slowly crawling, trying to get up. Jericho's trying his best to get to his feet. Jericho's getting up in his own volition. Going to the outside. No, wait a minute, no! Another spear on the outside. Reigns with another spear taking out Jericho once again. How is Jericho going to compete in his next matchup? This matchup here, folks, is our first title matchup of the evening. And it is for the Intercontinental Championship. As the fans are already counting for 10 for Tye Dillinger. He makes his way down to the ring. Tye quite possibly had the biggest opportunity in his career to become a champion and Clash of Champions. As the crowd continues to chant chin for Tye. But Tye Dillinger is going to be able to be on his A game tonight, considering who he's facing. He's not only facing a champion, he's facing quite possibly the greatest Intercontinental Champion ever. As he throws those hands up, showing everybody at number 10, he only needs a count of 3 to become champion. As The Miz makes his way down to the ring, your reigning Intercontinental Champion. The Miz has a big game that he always talks, but more times than not, he always cashes it in, and that's why he is now your reigning Intercontinental Champion. But he's going to have to be on his complete A game of awesomeness to defeat Tye Dillinger to retain that title. This is our final match of the Kickoff show. As The Miz, playing with the crowd right now, was disappointed that he didn't make it in this tournament, Owen Hart Classic. That he got relegated to the Kickoff show to face Tye Dillinger. He'd rather be on the main show with everybody else, because this is the only title being defended on the Kickoff show. Like I said, this is for the Intercontinental Championship. As Tye is looking on, potentially to his destiny for that Intercontinental Championship. While being a fan favorite here in WWE, he has never won a title. As he throws up those 10s, while The Miz is hoping to keep that title around his waist to show Triple H that he is the show, that he belongs on the pay-per-view show itself. As The Miz holds his belt high in front of this capacity crowd here in St. Louis, Missouri. As The Miz giving the belt up to the referee for potentially the final time. And this is what it's all about, people. The Intercontinental Championship. As Tye Dillinger faces off against The Miz. And here we go. Tye Dillinger with a quick snapmare takedown. And a rolling snapmare taking on The Miz. Shot to the gut by Tye with that boot. Tye trying to set up The Miz. He with a forearm in the back of the head. Trying to go for a kick. The Miz reverses. Takes down the leg of Tye. Got his own shot to his own. And the DDT. But an A-lister, The Miz. Like I said, The Miz wants to prove to Triple H that he belongs on the main card with another DDT. Going for a quick cover to retain the title. One count kick out by Tye Dillinger. The Miz trying to go for a belly to belly. Tye reversed it. Tye with another snapmare takedown. And another rolling snapmare. Working on the neck of The Miz. Tye trying to pick up The Miz. Short arm clothesline. Picking up The Miz again for a second short arm clothesline. He's going for number 3 here. And the third short arm clothesline by Dillinger. Dillinger outside. Springboard moonsault. It hurt Dillinger much as it hurt The Miz. Dillinger's back on his feet. And a quick shot to the chest. The Miz is back up. The Miz drags. With 10 turnbuckle shots by The Miz on the Tye. Tye with a net breaker. And he takes down The Miz. Tye has a big opportunity here to become Intercontinental Champion. He's setting up The Miz. The Miz doesn't know where he is. He's picking up for the tiebreaker. The Miz reverses a shot to the face. And The Miz hits him with a running knees. And now The Miz is setting Tye Dillinger up. Tye slowly rising to his feet. The Miz setting it up for the skull crusher finale. And it could be game over for Tye Dillinger for the cover. 1, 2, no! Tye Dillinger kicked out of the skull crusher finale. Tye Dillinger kicked out. The Miz can't believe it. The Miz tried to go after some boots, but he missed. Tye with an Irish whip. The Miz with an Irish whip. The Miz dropping the Tye Dillinger's neck, taking him to the outside. Telling Tye Dillinger to get up. We're at a count of 1. The Miz jumps off and hits him down to the floor. The Miz with a kick. And now he's showboating on the outside. As the refs at a count of 2. The Miz got Tye Dillinger up. What's he gonna do with him? What are you doing, Miz? He throws him to the ring post. Run to that LED ring post there. We're at a count of 6. There's a count out. Miz will stay the champion. Tye Dillinger just threw him to the ring post. Tye Dillinger goes to the other side of the ring post. Red count of 8. And Tye wants to win, got thrown back in. Red count of 9. And Tye makes it before 10. Tye Dillinger going to the top rope. What's he going to do here? Elbow drop from the top. There's a fan chance for 10. It's Tye looking for the perfect 10 here. The Miz is back up, stunned. Tye's going for the tiebreaker. And he got him that time. He got him down for the tiebreaker. And Tye signaling for the 10. The Miz was slowly trying to get up, but Tye's keeping him down. Tye got up for a fireman's carry. And he takes down the Miz. And the crowd chants for 10 again. The perfect 10 by Tye. Going for the quick cover. 1, 2, 3, no! The Miz kicked out at 2.5. The Miz barely kicked out. Barely keeping that title. Tye was 1 second away from becoming the new Intercontinental Champion. As Dillinger working the arm here. Irish whip wins to the corner. Tye picks up the Miz. Miz reverses. Reverse DDT by the Miz. And the Miz is now throwing Tye Dillinger's head into the mat. The Miz is setting him up. He's trying to get that figure 4. The figure 4 by the Miz. Is Tye going to tap out? He's barely touching the ropes. He can't quite get to him. And Tye Dillinger taps out. He taps out to the figure 4. And the Miz is still your Intercontinental Champion. Tye Dillinger had a great showing here. As you see, the Miz hit him with that running knee. And then the skull crusher finale. Before Tye Dillinger kicked out. And then Tye had him for the tiebreaker. And then the perfect 10 before the Miz kicked out. But the Miz hooked in that figure 4 and made Tye Dillinger tap out. And the Miz is still your reigning Intercontinental Champion. Thank you everybody for joining us on our kickoff show. And we will see you at Clash of Champions.